Hey guys, this is Lenny for Transcending Focus, where we motivate, educate, and innovate for entrepreneurs just like yourselves. So, last week I finished off the week talking about goal setting and why it's so important from the standpoint of anxiety, as well as to stretch yourself as a person to achieve more and train your mental fortitude, I guess, from the concept of goals. Now, in today's program, I promised that I would start developing what it is to set goals in a much more robust setting. So, what I've decided to do over the weekend is to create a series of videos this week to allow you or help you get to your goals faster, create the life that you deserve. And the first part of that, at least in my opinion, was of course writing down your goals. That's what I said on Friday. Is that the first step you need to take is write down the goal, whatever it is. It doesn't matter whether it's written correctly. It doesn't matter what you wrote. The fact that you wrote it down, or at least put it down onto paper, or put it down on a computer, or told someone about that goal, that is the first step that you need to take in order to develop your life. The second part that I wanted to focus in on today's video right here, I don't want these videos to be too long because of course they are on Facebook. But to say that, this does take some time because we do want to create the life that you deserve. So starting things off and kicking it off the way I wanted to kick it off is the concept of committing to a goal. Truly, at a visceral level, committing to the goal that you have set for yourself. Now, of course, you may say to yourself, well, I've committed to many things and they haven't actually happened to you in the past. I want to put that towards you. Have you really committed to your goals? Very few people that I've ever met in my entire life have truly committed to something, whether it was outlandish or even very mundane. True commitment means that there is nothing that is going to come between you and your goal, and that includes your own mental psychology. So let's get started with what I mean by that. When people sometimes are setting goals, they actually set those goals with certain parameters of reality based into those goals. So I'll say that again, is they actually set the goals with a certain parameter of reality into those goals. So they don't try to stretch for the stars, they don't try to reach for anything spectacular. What they recognize is that I have a certain set of limitations, and I'm going to write my goals in that light. That right away means that you're not committed to your goals because you're setting yourself up in such a way where you know you're going to succeed. You know that these goals are so easy that you're not really stretching yourself as a person. So you must now change your goals. You must change the way you approach these goals, saying that I'm going to completely commit to whatever I wrote down. If it was completely outlandish, which I hope that those goals may seem to you today, then you should totally commit to those things because that act of commitment is something that is rare, few, and far between in the people that I've met throughout my travels. The second thing that I find is that when people write down their goals and they potentially don't achieve them in the timelines that they originally had set forth, they say things like, I didn't have enough time, I didn't have enough money, I didn't have enough education, I didn't have enough skills. I'm sure you yourself may have said that once before, or you've heard someone say things like that in the past. So I ask you, don't you recognize that all of those things that I just mentioned are completely temporary problems? Don't have enough time? Well, create more time. You don't have enough education? Well, create more education. Spend the time reading the books, watch the videos, do things like what we're doing right now. You don't have enough money? Well, go and make some money and save some money so that you can achieve the goal that you need to do. Most of the time, you can even get that funded by someone else, some of those goals. So money is not necessarily the biggest issue whatsoever. So the skills that you're going to acquire, all those things, they'll happen eventually. Once you completely commit to something, you remove all ability to go backwards. You don't have the backup plan. You've burned the bridges. You know that you're moving forward to achieve that goal. Your brain will start to show you the way to achieve that goal. But the first thing that you must do, of course, is you must fully commit to achieving the goal. And once you do, everything will start to follow from there. So the first thing I want to say to you right here in today's video is you must completely commit. And completely committing means that not only do you start to recognize that there is no option for you to achieve that goal, is that you also have within you the will, the capability, the skills, the education, the monetary value in order to achieve that goal already. It's you who is in the way. So when you start committing, you start to remove that mental block that you currently have in your mind to achieve the success that you actually have dreamt of doing. Each one of us is a genius unidentified, meaning that you haven't identified the fact that you are already a genius in some way, shape, or form. And the problem is that over time, over years and years and years, society has told you, you aren't a genius, you aren't capable, you aren't able to do those things. So you start to believe it yourself. So when you write down your goals or you dream that life that you used to dream when you were a kid, you start to dream it a lot more muted, a lot more constrained. So what I'll say to you right here in this video right now is you must completely commit to whatever goal you set forth. And once you do, you will start to achieve the life that you want. That is Lenny for Transcending Focus, signing off. Take care.